Flutter just changed everything for app development. So what if I told you that I built a complete fitness app without writing a single line of code, and the original version of this app is generating over $500,000 per month? As you can see in the screenshot, there's proof of exactly how much revenue this type of app is pulling in from the App Store. And the app I'm talking about is Strong Workout Tracker. It's a simple but powerful gym logging app that helps its users track their workouts and monitor their progress over time. It's become one of the most popular fitness apps on the market. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I recreated this entire app using nothing but Flutter and an AI tool called Windsurf. And here's what's crazy. I literally just prompted my ideas to the AI, and then it built the entire application for me. So no coding experience required, no computer science degree. It was all just clear instructions and the right tools. So by the end of this tutorial, you're gonna have your own fully functional fitness app that you can publish to the App Store. And more importantly here though, is that you are going to understand how AI is completely revolutionizing the way we build mobile applications in 2026. So we're going to cover everything from setting up your Flutter environment to deploying your finished app. And I'm going to show you the exact prompts that I use to get the AI to build each of those features. So if you've ever wanted to create your own app, but you always thought that coding was too complicated, I'm gonna tell you right now, this video is gonna change everything for you. So just a quick note, later in the video, I will tell you more about how to submit the app that we're gonna build here to the Play Store in minutes. If you can't wait, I totally get it. Just check out the link in the description below to my school community for more information. If you're starting a new project, that blank screen right here can feel a little intimidating, a little. And you know what you want to build, but you can picture the finished app in your head too. But getting from like zero to something real is usually where most people just get stuck. And it's okay, because the good thing is, with Flutter and an AI IDE like Windsurf, we don't have to overthink the starting point. We're not trying to build the whole thing perfectly right away. No, we just need a clean foundation that we can improve on step by step. So let's go ahead and kick things off here by creating our base project in Flutter. So I'm going to ask Windsurf to generate a simple mobile app with a dashboard, 4 widgets, a nav bar, and 4 sections. And this is the prompt I'm going to use. Please create a Flutter mobile app project. Create a dashboard with 4 widgets, a nav bar, and 4 sections. Create placeholders in the meantime, as we will build actual functionality later on. Make sure the app can be viewed in web and optimize it. And also in my school community, you can find a list of all the prompts that I'm about to use in this video to build this app, and also for each video on my channel, by the way. The link again is added below, so make sure you check that out. Because after sending that, we're just going to wait for Windsurf to finish generating the project. And once it is done, we can now see that we have a working Flutter app with the basic structure in place. Now, it's nothing special yet, as you can see, and the data is just placeholder content, but that's exactly what we want at this stage. And the foundation is ready, and from here, we can just start adding real features step by step. So right now, what we have, it works, but it doesn't really mean anything yet. It is just a structure with generic, of all things, placeholders. So now though, we're going to shape the foundation around our actual idea. And since this is going to be a workout focused app, I'm going to ask Windsurf to update the placeholders and rename these sections properly. So let's use this prompt. Now update our placeholder app and change these sections. Change the other 3 sections to tracker, library, and timer. Create placeholders for those respective sections, then update the dashboard and make sure the widgets link to those 3 sections. And once that prompt's sent, we're just going to wait for Windsurf to restructure everything. And then after that, we can go ahead and preview the app again. So now you'll see that the sections here are renamed exactly how we asked, and the dashboard widgets reflect those new sections. There's still no real functionality inside of them, not yet, and that's completely fine. What matters here is that the app now has direction. The structure matches the idea, and from here we can just start building the actual features that will make it useful. Most people who start working out don't fail because they're not motivated. They fail because they don't track anything. You can't see your progress. You go to the gym, you lift something heavy, you tell yourself, oh, I'll remember what I did last week. And then, of course, you don't. So progress becomes guesswork. And that's exactly why the workout tracker is the first real feature that we're building here. Because without tracking, nothing else really matters. I'm going to ask Windsurf to build the tracker directly inside the tracker section. And the goal here is simple and practical. Users should be able to log their workouts by entering the exercise name, their sets, reps, and weight. So I'm going to use this prompt. Please build a workout tracker in the tracker section. Allow the user to be able to log their workouts, including sets, reps, and weight. And after that, we can go ahead and jump into the app and test it out. I'll log a typical bench press workout. I'm going to enter my sets and reps and weight, and I'm going to save it. And you'll see that once it is completed, the workout stats are displayed properly inside the tracker. And now the app isn't just a layout anymore, it's actually recording my data. So from here, we can continue stacking more features on top of this foundation. A lot of people start tracking their workouts, but they don't always know what to track. You might remember a few exercises, some bench presses and squats, maybe stick to the same routine every week, but without a proper reference, it is easy to just plateau. So having a built-in library changes that because it removes the guesswork and it keeps everything organized in one place. So now we're going to build out the workout library section properly. And I want this to be comprehensive and stored locally on the device so users can access it anytime without needing an internet connection. I'm going to prompt Windsurf with something like this. Now please create the workout library. In the library section, remove all placeholder data and build a comprehensive database of local exercises with comprehensive info about the type of exercises and the muscle groups it affects. Make sure that the user can choose exercises from here and log it in their workouts. And then we're just going to go ahead and let Windsurf generate that feature for us. And once the update is complete, we just open up the library section to check it out. So now there's a full list of exercises stored directly inside the app. And if I tap into one, it'll show detailed information about the movement, its type, and the muscle groups that it targets. And the key part here is that I can select any of these exercises and log them straight into the workout tracker. All right, so the app is now actively supporting smarter training decisions. All right, so are you now ready to turn this app that we're going to build in Flutter into cold hard cash? Because in this video, you will learn how to build an app with Windsurf and Flutter. But here's what separates the builders from the moneymakers. It's publishing and monetizing that app. Because while most people stop at, ooh, look, I built something cool, you are about to discover how to turn your Flutter creations into a real income stream. So inside my exclusive school community, you get step-by-step walkthroughs of submitting and publishing your Flutter app to the Play Store in minutes, not months. You also get my complete AI app profit system. It's the exact blueprint I use to build and monetize apps and a whole lot more. This isn't just about building apps, it's about building a business. And if you are genuinely interested in making money online, check out the link in the description below and join my exclusive school community to secure your spot. So one thing that quietly ruins workouts is just poor rest timing. Either you rest too long because you're just scrolling on your phone, or you rush the next set because, yeah, you're guessing. So over time, that inconsistency just adds up. A proper timer keeps your sessions structured and intentional, which is why this is the next core feature that we're adding. So here, I want to build the exercise timer inside the timer section. And this should just be more than just a basic countdown. It should include multiple preset templates so users can quickly choose what fits their workout, whether say that's strength training, HIIT, or something lighter. At the same time, they should also be able to create and customize their own timers. So I'm going to prompt Windsurf with something like this. Now create the exercise timer in the timer section. Create a timer with comprehensive templates so the user can easily just choose between what they need. Make sure the user can also set their own timers. And once it is ready, we can test it directly inside of the app. So I'm going to select here one of the preset templates and start it to make sure the countdown behaves properly. Then I'll create a custom timer from scratch to confirm that flexibility is there as well. And everything runs smoothly. The templates work and the custom setup functions exactly as expected. When you open an app, you should not have to dig around to figure out what's going on here. The first screen should just immediately tell you where you stand. So right now, our dashboard looks clean, but it is still mostly static. So if this is going to feel like a real fitness app, the dashboard needs to reflect actual progress and activity. All right, so this calls for an upgrade. And I want each widget on the dashboard to display live, dynamic information pulled from its corresponding sections. So that means the tracker widget should show recent workouts, the library reflects selections, and the timer can show the latest session, and so on. So let's tell Windsurf to update the dashboard and improve the widgets we have. Make sure that each widget shows dynamic info about the latest feed from their respective sections. And again, we're just going to let it handle that update. And after the changes are applied, the dashboard now shows real data instead of placeholder stuff. And each widget reflects what's actually happening inside its own section. So if I'm going to tap on a widget, it will take me straight to that feature as expected. And there you go. The app is now no longer a collection of separate tools, and everything is tied together in one clear overview the moment that we open it up. At some point, logging workouts isn't enough anymore. Users might want to actually see if they're improving. Are there lifts going up? Is your 1RM increasing? Are you stronger than you were 3 months ago? So without a proper progress view, all that data just kind of sits there. So that's why this next feature is important. It will turn raw numbers into something visual and motivating. All right, so we're going to create a brand new section here called Progress. And this is where users can track their overall development through charts and stats and key metrics. Here's the prompt that we're going to use. Create another section called Progress. Here, build a comprehensive personal progress tracker with advanced charts and visualizations where the user can track their progress, their 1RM, personal bests, photos, measurements, and other important information. Create a corresponding widget for this section in the dashboard and make sure it's the first one the user can see. So here you can see a new progress section added to our navigation. Inside of it, there are charts and visual elements that allow users to track different types of data over time. The dashboard now also includes a widget for this section placed right at the top here, so it's the first things users see when they open up the app. And the app can now help users visualize their journey. Even with a tracker, a library, and a timer, there are days when you just don't feel like planning. So you open up the app, you're ready to train, but you don't want to think through sets and exercise order from scratch. And that's where templates make a huge difference. They remove friction and then they just let you start right away. So for our final core feature here, we're going to expand the workout tracker by adding workout templates directly inside that section. And the goal here is to let users choose from predetermined workout routines so they can just jump straight into a session without building everything manually. And I'm going to prompt Windsurf with something like this. Expand the workout tracker by creating a workout templates widget inside the section. Allow the user to be able to choose predetermined workout templates so they can quickly start their workout. So with that, we're going to let it integrate the feature. And once the update is applied, we can now go into the tracker and see the new workout templates widget available. So I'll select one of the templates here, and you'll see that the exercises are automatically added into my workout log, and everything connects smoothly with the existing tracker functionality. And that's it. Our app is now complete. Our users can plan from scratch, they can choose from the library, or simply pick a ready-made template and start training right away. So after building everything out, step by step by step, we do need to see if either it all comes together or it doesn't. Features can look good individually, but the real test here is how the app feels when you move through it like a normal user would. So now we're going to run through the entire app from start to finish, and we're going to make sure that everything connects properly. So let's start by going through each section one by one, just to show what we built and how it behaves inside the app. And then let's head back to the dashboard here and open up each section directly through its widgets to make sure that navigation works the way it should. And from there, we'll jump into the tracker, choose one of the workout templates here, and use that as a base to test the logging functionality. And with that, everything adds correctly into our exercise log and the workflow feels smooth. So next, let's open up the progress section and walk through the layout and charts that we created. And overall, the structure and tracking system are clearly in place. And finally, we can now move over to the timer. We can start a session and now confirm that it runs exactly as expected. And right now, every core feature that we built is functioning, and the app is very much complete and cohesive from end to end. All right, so this started out as a few prompts and a blank screen. Scary stuff, right? But now it's a full workout app with tracking, charts, timers, and templates, all built piece by piece without touching every line manually. And that's what I like about building this way. It's not dramatic, it's not complicated. You just stack features until the thing actually works. And if you want to take this beyond your browser and turn it into something downloadable from the Play Store, well, that's what we do inside our school community. We take this exact project, we generate the Android build, and we walk through the Play console and actually submit it. So if you're into building things that don't just sit on your computer,